One. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monster Energy NASCAR League, soon to be Checkered Flag NASCAR League award ceremony tonight for the 2018 season. I'm your host, Mike Man 2442. We got Sports Kid 1025 and Texas Tech 43 in here also. Are you
Hello.
guys excited for tonight?
Yes. Very excited.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a big night. Big night.
It's the end of
champion
a
right there, sports.
wonderful. It's the end of a wonderful era.
New name
It
change
is,
for
yeah.
next year. Yeah,
Yep. Big things coming for next year, so it's going to be great.
that's gonna be really
Lots of name
exciting.
changes.
Yeah.
All the
Yep.
series are getting rebranded. The whole league's getting rebranded,
hmm
and
Yeah.
we're adding the Dirt Series. So
We are.
that's exciting.
Me and sports will be doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we will.
So I just
So,
wanted to start off by talking about how much this league has grown this year. And first of all, I'm just going to say this now. We couldn't have done it without any of you guys participating and joining this league and just making it a really fun place to race. So thank you.
yep, big round of applause to everybody in our league for sure.
All the members, for
Yep.
sure. All the members, because
hmm
even the ones that were here, later in the league, Smoke, Slade.
They helped a lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they help bring a lot of competition. They're really super quick, so that made our drivers get faster, which made the league get better as a whole. So
hmm
definitely glad
Yep.
that they
And all
came
the
along.
advice and input from all the other drivers too is really helpful. Helps grow the league because when there's only four of us up here as admins, it's sometimes we can only see so much. So
Yeah.
getting feedback from everyone else is a big part of it too.
hmm Definitely.
Yeah, and all of JC's complaint forms he filled out all year.
hmm
He put like 17 of them, telling us how bad we were doing, how bad of a job we were doing. So appreciate that, JC. Just
We'll miss
'cause,
JC at the end of this year. He was awesome to join in our first season and doing the league.
Oh
And
man, that's an award we should have had,
what?
what?
like a class clown award.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
well, we can add it. Class clown can
JC.
be JC.
Yeah.
JC
JC won the
Live.
class clown. So
uh,
congratulations.
First award, kicking it off right there, bam.
Yes, so we just wanted to get a couple. We
Class
wanted to get a
clown.
couple people in here to talk about how this league has grown. I think sports. We were going to get Smoke and Predator, right?
Yep, I see Smoke is online as well as Predator, so um, they should be on standby for a
hmm
party invite.
All right, so they should get in here in a minute to talk about.
Yeah, so
Um,
Smoke was one of those guys that joined late, but still had a pretty huge impact on the league, really, just with his speed, and he's coming back next year, so
mhm.
it'll be fun to have him and
We'll miss Slade
have that
also.
competition boost.
Slade
Yeah,
was a
Slade as
bigger.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made it a lot tougher for us out there, especially me.
Yeah, and
I
Predator,
won't
he
miss them.
was
Less competition. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was
Predator
fun
was
racing
here.
them.
Yeah, Predator was here at the beginning of the year, and he took a leave of absence and then came back and really ran pretty well in the Xfinity series. So looking forward to seeing what he can do next year as well.
Yeah, he actually. It was incredible to see how when the competition came up, so did Predator. Predator became a lot more competitive later in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say out of the races that he ran, I think probably 80%, maybe 90% of them he finished second in. So
hmm
it just shows what he's going to do next year.
hmm
He's
We
a
got a lot of.
good strong car for junior motorsports next year and looking to prove
hmm
himself next year and
Yeah,
see what he can do
we got a
running a
lot of
full season.
viewers in here right now. We got about
Hello,
14.
everybody.
Hello,
A lot,
viewers.
a lot of comments. Oh, I just heard
JC said he
myself.
only put in two um,
Complaint
awards
forums.
or complaint
Pre-
forms. So,
Predator said he's
yeah.
ready for the invite text, so whenever.
All right,
Um, Craig
send
says,
it.
"Hey everybody." So does
Yep.
Smoke.
Hey from
Hey,
Craig and
Craig.
Smoke, but
Yeah,
Craig
How
he
you
got
doing, buddy?
invited to come join us, but he didn't want to. So,
yeah,
Craig, we need you back in here like old times, buddy. Come on.
yeah.
yeah.
We miss you, Craig.
Well,
Money says hi. Ryan saying hi to Smoke.
There's a lot of people in attendance tonight for
Yeah.
this little tiny
Gary
event.
says he's gonna win no awards. Somebody called C. Norfie the joke of the year.
Yeah,
Um,
corn on the cob with a K.
Yep.
So, money gaming's here.
Craig said on. Welcome Predator
And
to
joining
the
us now, yep, Predator.
welcome Predator to the live stream. How's it going, Predator?
Red Dead Redemption.
Doing good. How are you?
Just good. So are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm better than just good.
I'm great. I'm having a good time already. This is
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
If you know, you know. So Predator, how did you feel about joining? Because you joined around mid-season, left for a little bit, then came back. How do you feel about the Monster Energy NASCAR League and what it has done for you on NASCAR and video game and league racing in general?
Well, for a brief background, I mean, I started doing it in NASCAR, probably NASCAR 2011. I started racing online competitively. Got kicked out of that, got brought back, got kicked out of that, went on to create my own. Long story short, that ran for about 4 years. And then, when things were falling apart, I contacted you, Mike, just because I found you in a community. And, anybody that's searching for a league, a great way is always to look for communities. PlayStation has always done a fantastic job with the communities, and everybody is out there either with looking for setups, looking for leagues, or looking just to race against everybody. And, that's how I met Mike. We chat for a little bit. And then, I didn't even have a tryout. I just showed them my other videos for my league, and you guys were like, okay, well, this guy's going to go to the Xfinity Series. I mean, I first started out really, really rough. I mean, I think my best finish was like 8th place, 9th place in the Xfinity Series. As I told Mike and everybody else, I just, I never raced the Xfinity cars. I was so used to just racing Cup cars. Got sent down to trucks, raced like 2 races. Not Talladega, Texas was my first race with you guys for the Truck Series. Nearly won that race. S'mores ended up beating me. And then we got the announcement.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
S'mores.
he won a lot.
Who did
He won a
Morse
lot
not
of
beat?
he won a lot of those truck races. Good signing by
It
Mike,
would
man.
be a shorter list of who he didn't beat than who he did beat.
Yeah, I mean, I just, S'mores did a fantastic job, and then we got the notification or the message that the trucks was going to be basically not run for points anymore, and that kind of devastated me. So I talked to Mike and everybody else, and we got into a cup ride, ran a few races. Best finish was like 2nd or 3rd, and then I just had a fallout with Joe Gibbs, and I left to kind of clear my head, try to run another league. And when I did that, Texas was like, listen, if you go and run a different league, that's fine, but you will always, always want to come back because this is the best league. And by golly, it is. I mean, this is the best league I've ever been in. I've been in a lot of leagues. So I came back and, had a shocking run in the Xfinity and the Truck Series. Like, golly, where did that come from, right?
Yeah, so I think we were talking about that. I guess a brief summary. How do you think, however many 2nd place finishes you had, how do you think it's going to impact 2019?
Well, with the silly season and everybody going to either Cup or different teams and whatnot, I mean, if you looked at it, I mean, Money was a big competition for me. Everybody knew that Money late in the season, picked up the ball and just ran with it. There were some other guys like S'mores and NASCAR Man, Drios. There's a bunch of guys. There's a huge list that was a huge competition for me. And now you look at it, you got people leaving the league, you got people going to Cup. So in my eyes, I feel like the Xfinity Series champion. You're talking to him right now for 2019.
Exerted confidence early. Well, thank you for your time, Predator. We appreciate you hopping in here. So thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Well, you guys have a good night.
Thank you, too.
And for those of you who do not know, Predator will be driving the 9 in the Xfinity next year. So
He ran in the fill-in role for the 88 for a little bit at the end of the year, and
Making bold statements here.
yeah,
Bold
very
statements.
confident. Well, moving on to our first award of the night, we're going to go with the most improved Xfinity driver. Sports, we'd like to announce who that is.
Your 2018 most improved Xfinity driver is going to be, drumroll, NASCAR man.
Mr. Charisma wins the first award of the
Mr.
night.
Mr. Charisma.
Mr.
Yeah.
Charisma.
It's he's been on my team for what? 2 years. This
About
is
a
the
year.
third
He was with
year.
Tide before.
Was he?
Yeah, he was with Tide
Oh.
the first year.
Well, I'll take all the credit. No, he made a lot. He really stepped up by this year. Because I signed Sports to the Xfinity series, and he was really supposed to carry the team, and he got better offers in the Cup Series, so whatever. But we didn't have a lot of leadership in the Xfinity side, and NASCAR man said he wanted to step up, and he just asked for help when he needed it, and I tried my best, and I think he's improved a great deal.
All right, well, let's try to get him in here if we can. Is he online text?
He is. I sent
Alright,
him
Let's get him
an
in here
invitation.
for a nice invite. But yeah, really, really, one of the most enjoyable battles of the year that I saw was with him and Roman at Richmond, and then at Homestead.
Yeah, the Homestead battle, I think there's a little bit more tension on that one than Richmond, but both were pretty good battles.
Well, welcome NASCAR Man into the stream. NASCAR Man, how you doing tonight?
Doing very well. How about you guys?
We're great.
Doing
I'm
well.
good, man. Doing
Better
good.
than just good.
Better than just good.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Improving as we go. So NASCAR Man, you are the most improved Xfinity driver this season. How do you feel about that, and who do you have to thank for that?
I have to thank Texas for giving me the opportunity to drive for his team this season, even though I didn't have the best start here when I drove the 21 car, and I wanted to prove myself this season, see what I could do during their whole season, and it seems that I did very well. And even though I just was a bit off from winning the championship, I'm still very proud of what we accomplished here. And I'd like to also thank Texas for being there when I needed help the most, especially during the championship race at Homestead. And we tried everything. We tried everything we could to try to win the championship, and that's the kind of team organization we need to go and win championships and see what we can do in 2019. Hopefully we can get there again and race for a championship again.
Mm-hmm. Sports and Text, you guys had any questions for NASCAR Man about him improving this year or being the most improved? Yeah.
Do you think that with winning most improved this year, do you think that puts you as a front runner next year to go out and win the championship in the Xfinity Series again?
I believe so. If we have the right car week in, week out, I'm pretty sure we can run up front and probably get some wins next season. 2019 for me this year is going to be my redemption year because I want to go and win this championship so bad because I came so close this past season. It's now giving me more determination to go out there and get it done next season.
All right, well, thank you, NASCAR Man. We appreciate you coming on to join the broadcast with us. I don't know if we'll see you later tonight yet. You're nominated for a couple awards, so you might be back. So if we see you, we see you, NASCAR Man.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good rest of your night. And
You too, guys.
Now we're going to check in on our most improved Cup driver. Texas, who is that going to be?
so the most improved Cup driver, I don't remember who all of them were, but Bradley was kind of the guy that stood out the most to everybody in the admins because he was on my team when he first came in the league, and as bad as it sounds, I kind of didn't give him the chance that he deserved, and it bit me in the ass because he kicked my ass a lot this year. So he drove for me, and he wasn't really the best, but it seems like from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, he put himself in good situations time after time, and he did a lot better than I thought he would. Um, to be quite frank, and I think a lot of us were shocked with how good he was in the offseason last year and to begin. So Bradley was the most improved Cup driver, and he broke his phone, so he's unable to be here right now. Or, we interview him. So, what do you guys think about Bradley and how much he's improved? Mike, you've been here since day one, so you could really talk on Bradley.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing Bradley, and Bradley last in the 2017 season, he wasn't really that competitive. He was kind of just like there, didn't really ever do much. And then 2018, he started off kind of slow, but then as the summer months started rolling in and we started to get into the middle point of the season where people really start to show their true strength, Bradley really came out to shine and always proved himself to be at the right place in the right time. And something might happen, and it always seemed like Bradley could find his way through that and ended up with a good finish. Like, Bradley went from pretty low on the point standings early in the year to being a top 5 car week in and week out by the end of the year. So I think Bradley is a well-deserved most improved Cup driver. We won't be able to get him in here tonight, sadly, because he would be one of the hosts since he is an admin. But he had something to do. I guess he broke his phone or something, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I think he's trying to buy a new pig, though. You got anything to
Dickens
say about
2.0.
Dickens 2.0? You got anything to say about that, Sports?
I think you guys both hit the nail on the head there. I didn't really see Bradley. I haven't raced around him as much as you guys have since this is my first year in the league. But from the little time that I saw him, I definitely tell that he had a huge improvement throughout the year, going from being towards the back of the pack to running up front and challenging for the lead towards the end of the years there, or towards the end of the season there. So
yeah, and as Bradley would say, he had a lot of ifs. He should have won a lot of races
If nobody showed up.
If nobody showed up, he would have won.
You're right.
But yeah, so he's going to be returning to the 48 next season. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I think he's going to be strong next year. I really do.
Yeah, I'm glad to have Bradley as a teammate next year. So that's going to be good.
So shout out to Bradley for that. And we will move on to our next set of awards, which aren't most improved anymore. We're going to talk to our Rookie of the Year. So our Rookie of the Year for Xfinity Series will be Roman Noodles. Roman Noodles is your Rookie of the Year. Let's try to get him in here. He drove the 98 this year. So
Roman was on the other side of that battle that we were talking about earlier at Richmond and at Homestead for the championship. He's another guy that I think impressed a lot of people this year.
I was definitely surprised about how good Roman did. NASCAR Man said good evening in the chat. We already talked to him. Gary's talking about how he's going to get hashtag no awards.
Hashtag not a hashtag.
Hashtag, he put a space in between the hashtag and the letters, so it's really not a hashtag.
It's not technically a hashtag, but it will let it slide.
Yeah. All right, well, welcome in, Roman. How are you tonight?
Doing good.
Happy to win an award?
Yeah.
All right, well, you're the Rookie of the Year.
You won something this year.
Yeah, you won something. Better
I
than me.
didn't win anything.
Yeah, whatever. We'll move on. Well, we're spoiling stuff, but yeah. I don't.
Sorry.
I
Hashtag
lost.
not a hashtag spoilers.
I lost, everyone. It happened. I'm sorry. I had to win something. I won 2 Xfinity races, though. I beat Roman. It's the Xfinity Rookie of the Year.
Well,
So, how do you feel about this year for you in Xfinity, making the Final Four in your first year driving in the Xfinity Series? Do you think you have a lot of confidence for next year?
Yeah, it was really awesome to make the Final Four. I feel like I was on the people that deserve to be in the playoffs. A lot of those Xfinity guys like Money, he was overall better than us, even though he hasn't been there all year, but you can tell he's practiced a lot for that. And NASCAR, man, we've had, or I've heard Texas and Mike say that we've had awesome battles this year. And yeah, it gives me a lot of confidence for next year. I'm returning to the Xfinity Series. Remix re-signed me to 98, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah.
You guys got any questions?
I don't have
I
any
was just gonna
questions.
comment whatever you guys are doing over there at SHR for your Xfinity team seems to be working pretty well, and um, look forward to seeing what kind of success you guys can have next year.
NASCAR man said hashtag Captain Charisma 2019.
Yes.
Roman, I just wanted to ask, you've got, I mean, two of, the better Cup drivers with Remix and Beige over there in your stable. I'm sure they've helped you quite a bit, but what has it been like having someone like Harris Plex? He was there for a little bit, but Kevron and helping y'all. How is that really? What has that done for the team over there? Maybe for you as a driver.
Yeah, I do really impress me. I was away in Texas when the Darlington race come around, his first race, and I was watching off sports stream and I saw him pretty much dominating the race. So I figured he was a pretty good driver, and of course he won a couple other races this year too. So hopefully hopefully he gets a cup ride. I think he really deserves it. But if he does, then look to see him be
Well, anyway,
possibly a champion.
congratulations to Kevron. He had a baby recently, so that's why his future's in jeopardy. We don't know if he's going to be racing next year.
okay.
He doesn't know. So congratulations to Kevron and his family on that, and thank you, Roman,
Yes.
for the time.
Yeah, and good job this year.
Guys, have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
Roman. Good job, man.
Thanks.
And now we are going to move on to our Cup Rookie of the Year. And sports, who's that going to be?
No surprise.
No surprise there. It's gonna be JC Liv.
Well, sports, you were a rookie too.
Yes, I was a rookie.
Yeah,
Yep.
sports
but,
actually. He finished second by like 75 points. So
Yeah,
I'm not
no
gonna say
contest
I'm not
there.
gonna say it wasn't close, but I mean, JC was like Kevin Harvick a couple years ago, where he was like first or second the first like 75 races of the year. But that's nothing. Yeah, JC was just super.
He's welcome for
consistent.
having such a great drafting partner at Plate Tracks.
Yeah,
Just gonna
Mike
throw
was
that
there.
out there.
Texas was there too.
All right,
Hashtag HMS.
I'll try to get him in.
Hashtag
What it
me
do?
too.
What it
Oh,
do?
he's in here. There we go.
Look at that.
He's also the Class
Yeah,
Clown
yeah.
Award. We'll just give that to him now.
70 points. 70-something points. Suck it.
So
End of the season.
you got the Clutch Clown Award. So
Yeah,
that
we'll
was
get
just
that to you
kinda-
now.
We threw
Just
that one, and we'll
perfect.
give it to you.
It's impromptu.
But you
I only sent in 2 complaints on the record.
well, they were very long though. They were long-winded complaints, so we can break them up into very a little bit. But yeah, you drove for me last year in the Xfinity Series and finished second in the championship to Football Kid, and then
By half a fucking car. I mean,
yeah.
Whoa!
car.
Oh man!
It was actually more like half a bumper, but it was close. So and then you came out this year, and you're really strong at the beginning, but through the summer months you seemed to kind of struggle. But then you went out and finished second again in the Cup Championship. How do you sum up your year?
I mean, it was an awesome year. There was definitely lots of ups, lots of downs. Slade and Smoke being added to the mix, I think that's what kind of killed the momentum at some of the tracks I'm better at, but at the same time, I couldn't seem to stay out of everybody else's messes on the track. So it is what it is. All you can do is just keep rolling with the punches. I know Sports was in a funk himself for a little while, and he did the same thing.
Yeah, it was a
But,
slow
I mean-
start for myself there at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, JC,
I had a
know
really slow start too.
JC, I'm gonna have to
I know.
pull the classic Mike Joy / Rick Allen. I'm gonna have to say I apologize for that language. It was in the heat of the moment of a race car driver. So JC,
So
I just want to say this: you made the lobbies honestly some of the most fun times I've had racing. I try to usually stir up the crowd, and they don't really like my jokes. And then you come in and they laugh at the stupid schnizzle things you say.
Schnizzle.
Schnizzle.
That's
Yes.
a nickname. That's a new one.
Yeah, so
For those of you who don't know, JC was the only person this year to drive outside of the racetrack.
he did Las Vegas,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes, Las Vegas.
Yes.
Playoff
Thanks
race,
to
Las
Remix
Vegas, and
during
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, never
So for
seen
the-
a car do
for the
that,
catchphrase.
but welcome to NASCAR Heat 3 physics.
Yeah. So
So JC has an announcement that he would like to make. He wanted to kind of
I
unveil
do.
it here first. So
So you ready for it? Big news.
Oh boy.
No, I am not running full time. I am still running part time, but I am the owner of Premium Motorsports. So when you see that black 15 on the track, watch out.
Ooh boy.
oh boy.
as always,
We
he's
see
still
that
gonna
black
be
15 on the track,
aligned.
make sure you put them in the wall.
Yeah.
If you can
Put him
catch
in
it.
the wall. Yeah, you gotta catch it first. He's gonna be aligned with Hendrick Motorsports, I hope, but who knows? More details to come soon.
So we'll hope to see you a couple times next year, JC, before you get shipped off wherever you're going.
Cross the pond. As
Well,
we
not
like to call
yet.
it.
Across the pond.
You'll be in San Diego first, and then you'll be in
My neck of the
Italy.
woods.
Yeah, I might have to meet up with Sports and slap him around a little bit.
There you go.
You know, hey, if you're here in time, we might have to go to Auto Club, man. That'd be
And
fun.
some
Oh,
schnizzle.
I plan on trying to hit the West Coast for sure.
Hit the West Coast. Why you gotta
As
hit it
far
with
as
the
the
West
West-
Coast
West Coast.
Why
West
you gotta
Coast
be hitting
tour.
things, JC?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Violence
I
is not
mean-
the answer. I think we
I
discovered
mean,
this.
if you're gonna do something, you might as well as go wild
That's true. Go out in style, right?
and do it in the West.
That's
In
right, the Wild West.
Well, JC, you raced like a veteran, and somehow you won Rookie of the Year. So thank you for your time. You'll be back later because people like you, so they voted for you and not me.
He's a
no,
likable guy.
no
It's
hard
okay.
feelings.
I got a shoulder you can cry on.
Oh, thank you, man. I'll miss you next year, JC. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, same. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks,
For your
buddy.
service as well.
Later.
See ya.
All right,
It's
so-
December 1st today. Holy crap.
Yeah,
Didn't know
happy
that.
December, folks.
Happy December. It's Christmas time.
So
Good
now
Christmas.
the next award we
Bah
will
humbug.
present is the regular season champion for the Xfinity
Let's just get
Series.
both of them back in here.
Yeah, why not? The regular season
We're just gonna
champions
get
were
both of them.
NASCAR Man and JC, so let's just have them at the same time. I don't know what
We just-
screen
we
I'm going to
just
go
shipped them
to for
off.
this. I don't know what screen I'm going to go to for this, so let's just look at a Dirt Series car that looks cool.
You can go to any of the, HMS, JRM.
We'll look at Ren Vickers.
Red Vickers.
Ren
There you
Vickers. I think he's the developer for 704.
Man, you guys missed me that soon?
go. Yeah, we missed you
Yeah,
that
we
soon.
know we just can't
Well-
get enough of the class clown. You know,
Yeah.
that's just how it goes.
Well,
we gotta get the class clown and Mr.
Charisma's back in the
Charisma.
building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Captain
Mr. Charisma is back.
No, we our next two awards were the regular season champions. Is both y'all, and we just let y'all go, and so might as well just bring you both back. But yeah, so I don't know. Y'all both won the regular season champion. JC, you won the regular season champion by like, I don't know, like 200 points or
Hey,
something.
who was
absurd.
second?
I think Mike Man was second, but I don't think second really matters, does it?
No,
Nah,
it
it's
doesn't.
just the first loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
first at
That's
I first at something.
I
So,
know that by first hand next to Sports.
You're welcome, buddy. I love you.
So
I see how it is. You don't want to be my teammate next year. You're just gonna leave. Not gonna let me be your teammate. See how it is.
But you both kind of won the regular season championship in kind of two different styles. JC, like I said, you won by like 100, almost 200 points or something. So you went out there and we're just gonna say you dominated the first part of the year, which you did. NASCAR Man, you were just really consistent and finished in the top 5 and top 10 a lot. And that's how you got your regular season champion. So kind of like two different styles, but they got the same result. How do y'all kind of feel about maybe how y'all's racing style got you there, or maybe, if it's going to change in the future or something like that?
Go ahead, NASCAR.
Anyone?
I guess I should start here since Xfinity is before Cup, so I'll also start.
Yeah.
I believe how my driving style really got me to get this regular season title is because when I was out there on the racetrack, I was trying to run the car the best I can and try to be patient, not trying to be too aggressive and cause crashes out there, and just really me just trying to drive the car as best I can week in, week out, and most of the time it's ended up with good results, and how it got me the title is mostly because of points, and those stage points come into play big time. And hopefully I'm hoping to repeat this next season as well, but hopefully with a win or two in there.
Yeah, pretty much the same as NASCAR man said. There's a time to be patient and there's a time to be aggressive. So I mean, early parts of the stages, just gotta be patient. Wait for the holes to open up. But if you see an opportunity, you gotta jump on it right then and there. Which is one of the reasons why most of the times I was in the top 5 in every stage, if not winning the stage. Same with the race at the end of the races too. I mean, you gotta be in the top 5, just be consistent. So there's time to be patient and time to be aggressive.
I think you won like 7 or 8 stages this year, so
Yeah.
you won a bunch. Got a ton of stage points too. So I definitely think though, just the way y'all kind of described how y'all raced definitely enabled y'all to get as far as y'all did in the playoffs as well.
Yep. And like I said, there's times to be aggressive. When it's time to go, just ask Tex what it means at Martinsville. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Okay, who's in front of you?
You know somebody's really on a move when they move their team owner out of the way. And the thing is I wasn't even that slow. I was like 4th. Okay.
Hey, S'mores moved me too. It's all good.
Hey, every spot's a point. Yes. Every spot is a point.
He wasn't even fighting for stage points then. Still got moved. All right, well, yeah, I'm crying because I'm a loser. So those are our regular season champions. You guys got anything else to say?
Sports.
Other than get went to 2019, not much.
All right, well,
yeah, just keep doing what you guys are doing. It's obviously working.
Back-to-back Daytona 500 champion. You heard it here.
Oh, confirmed? Are you racing in the 500?
If I can swing it, I'm definitely gonna do everything I can to race it.
You heard it here first, folks.
Big announcement.
The Black 15 will
Mike
be.
May need those words again.
In the Daytona 500. Big news. Breaking.
Let me ask you this though: is sports going to be a lap down again? And are you going to push them?
Hey, that was the Clash.
Oh, that was the Clash. I knew everybody was mad about one of them, so
everybody complained about it except me, who finished
I was let
second.
down, pushed JC to the Clash win. You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah. So.
And I
Best
finished.
Duo draft partners right there.
Yeah, I really appreciate.
Teammate, you do everything you can to help them out.
I really appreciated that draft duo. It helped me to finish second instead of in front of second. But it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll get up next year. You're leaving, so I can't finish second all the time anymore.
Well, you can at the Daytona 500.
We'll see. I'll finish like 8th. Trust me. Well, those are our regular season champions. Thank you for your time, guys.
I would also like to make an announcement as well.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to run the Daytona 500 this year as well.
Oh! Wow!
Here, I thought it was something else.
Captain Charisma.
I thought he was about to leave or something.
No, I thought he was coming out of the closet finally.
You thought what, Jason?
I thought he was coming out of the closet finally.
No. Hey, you can't steal my thunder that easy. Sorry.
All right. Well.
Yeah. So, well, good luck to both of you, NASCAR man. We'll hopefully see you in the Daytona 500. JC, hopefully we'll see you as well. Get to kick off 2019 on a high note for Hendrick Motorsports.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for the time, and we appreciate you coming in here.
Yep. Later. Again.
Later.
Appreciate you.
So, our next award's kind of a big one. So this was voted on by, it's the only thing admins couldn't vote on. Everything else admins could vote on. So this really shows kind of how much an admin is present and what they do for the league. And, it shows drivers got to like you, right? So apparently me and Mike aren't very likable people, but hey, that's okay. I'm used to it. But our next award is the most popular admin. And he wasn't here last year, the year before. He didn't help start the league, but he was here this season, and he's made a huge impact on how we run things, how we handle things, and he's really been there when things kind of got out of control. Sports was definitely there to kind of calm things down. But Sports won the most popular admin by a landslide. So all of you guys voted for Sports to be most popular admin.
Congratulations, Sports.
Thank you guys. I
'Cause you didn't
gotta
run
thank
enough.
everyone that voted for me. It's just it's kind of hard to explain, but I just kind of want to make sure that everyone in our league feels comfortable coming to admins with ideas or talking about anything. And I feel like there were quite a few guys that I was able to talk to throughout the season, and it makes it better when they know they have someone that they can talk to without getting too criticized about it or anything else like that. So I just like to make it a comfortable environment for all the drivers, especially during the race and whatnot. Trying to calm people down and just make it as fun for everyone as possible. So.
Yep. Well, thank you, Sports. I appreciate you. You were a big help for joining this league last year and becoming an immediate impact pretty much when you joined to unite the guys in this league. And the one gal we had for a little bit that joined, then I don't really know what happened to her. And
I
then,
don't even remember there being a girl.
yeah,
but...
Nuke the Quads that he had a girlfriend. Growler kills. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We
You're
had
right.
one gal.
And
then
I want to thank
Yeah,
you
made a
guys
big
for letting me be able to come in and be an admin and being open to the ideas that I had too.
Yep.
So
We had
Yeah,
the guys,
that means
gals.
a lot. You guys made my job easy as well.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made a big impact on the track and off the track because you helped with the. It's a big reason that I kind of wanted you to go up to the Cup Series when you asked me was just because you were fast and we needed the competition up there as well. So big impacts all around.
Well, Sports united the guys, gals, and Remix to really come together this year and have an awesome season. So
Yes.
let's move on to our next award, the most impactful moment for the Truck Series.
This just in though, Money said he's winning the Daytona 500. Just so you know.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Hendrick Power.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Well, Sports, who is the most impactful Truck Series driver?
It is the man
moment,
that
I
won
mean.
5 races in a row. In a row,
Whoa.
sorry.
And a
In a
whoa.
row.
Whoa,
It's going to be
Whoa.
S'mores. Congratulations to S'mores.
my guy.
Morris had the most impactful Truck Series moment. I don't remember what point in the year though he won 5
It's
races.
probably like his
Kansas.
first 5 races because he just came in and just started dominating, and it
Yeah,
was
he
just
won everything.
scary.
Yeah, it really was. There wasn't a lot that Morris didn't win in the Truck Series. I think he probably, I think if I go back and look at it, I think there was a couple times he won like 3 and 4 in a row. So, So let's get Morris in here. He's online. He's playing NASCAR, so maybe he's doing something fun.
Yeah, he's on standby.
Let's see if we can
On
get some Morris in
standby.
here. He made me a very, very proud team owner this year because I had to win something, and this is close enough. So
But
thank
you
you
still
to
didn't win.
S'mores. Right. Hey, I did win 2 Xfinity races, and those were on the ballot for most impactful Xfinity moment. And didn't
Yeah.
win, but they were there.
You didn't win, but you came close. And
It's
still,
kind of like the independent candidate at the presidential election. Nobody's going to vote for him, but they're just kind of there.
Yeah, it's like A for effort.
Yeah,
But
I'm Ross
welcome
Perot.
Morris. Welcome Morris to the stream.
Hello,
How you doing,
S'mores.
Thank y'all for having me.
We're glad to have you here. So you won 5 races in a row in the truck series earlier this year, and you ended up winning the championship. We'll have you back for that later tonight. So how did you feel just to win 5 in a row and really get into your groove in the truck series before moving up to Cup around mid-season?
Well, apparently, when my streak of 5 wins in a row began, I was like one of the drivers that it was like NASCAR man, kind of like being consistent, try to be there at the end. But for me, I was like the one that just focused on the win, not the stages, because at the beginning of the season, I would be in position to win the stages, but something would happen to me, like I get passed on the last lap, or I get moved out of the way, like in like turns 1, turn 3, to win the stage. But I was always the guy that was just like hanging in there, like way in there, at the end to win the race.
Mhm.
Apparently, I guess you could say that the stage wins, well, not my favorite kind of win, but the race wins was definitely that. It was definitely one of my crowning achievements of the Truck Series. But how that moved me up to the Cup Series, I mean, apparently when I told Mike that I asked if I could win the Truck Series. I think this was I don't know if I can't remember if I had to try out in the Cup cars or not, but I don't think I did. But for the main part, I guess from your end, Mike, I guess you were like a little surprised that I picked trucks because of just how fast I was.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were thinking.
I don't
Well,
I think you're lying when you say somebody would pass you. I don't think.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of people that would pass more.
I passed him at Dover. That's about it.
yeah, and that was one of the moments that it was at the end of the stage. It was the last time of the stage, and Mike passed me going into I think turn 1, and he took the
See,
stage
Mike,
winner for me.
That's why you don't win anything, because you take wins away from your own team.
Hey man, he took one away from me in Kansas in the trucks.
Well,
So
sorry.
I don't remember that. So
it wasn't your fault. Somebody intentionally caused a caution. It's a long story. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I think JC might have something to say about that.
Yeah, JC wouldn't like that.
I think he really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was a really fun race. We'll probably have him back in
Well-
later for something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you, S'mores Sports. Texas, you guys
Yeah,
got any questions?
Congratulations, man, and we look forward to racing you again next year.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yep, have a good night.
So now
Thank you. You too.
we will have the most impactful Xfinity moment this season. And Texas, what is that?
Well, this is a guy that
Yep,
it is a guy.
remix is
Uh,
out.
Yeah, remix is out. Hell, I'm kind of out too, but it's okay. No, this is a guy who came in really. I don't know if he came into the league late or what, but
About
he
mid-season.
was. Yeah, about mid-season. He was really busy with work and stuff, so he didn't make a lot of races. But it was a three-way tie for the most impactful moment for the Xfinity Series,
Who was it?
and he had all 3 of them.
Oh,
So Money was bound to win, and the one that he ended up winning with was his first win back after a long break. He won at Indianapolis to earn a playoff spot, which eventually propelled him to have the momentum that he had in the playoffs.
all right. Let's try to get him in here. I commentated that race. That was one of the most exciting races to commentate for me. It was awesome to watch Money just put on a clinic, beat some really, really competitive Cup guys out there, and to actually win his way into the playoffs, battling with his teammate KY Colonel, who was fighting with him for the bubble spot at the time. And now we got Money in here to join us for this segment. How you doing, Money?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Doing
Better than just good.
Great. Better than just good. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Hashtag better than
Good.
just good. Hashtag not a hashtag.
So how do you feel to have a tiebreaker for the most impactful Xfinity moment, and you'd have all 3 choices, and not me, any of them?
I mean, feels pretty amazing, honestly. Just means how much of an impact it actually had on the Xfinity Series. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm baffled, really, speechless, I guess you could say.
Speechless. Well,
Yes.
I mean, you're driving left people speechless because you were just too fast.
Yeah, because you were gone. You were too far
Yeah,
in front of
'cause
them.
you're gone. Yeah, they didn't even know where you were.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where you were.
They
in
thought the race
championship
was.
race, and I
They
was
thought you
spotted.
didn't even show up how far you were ahead.
I mean, I guess you could say half the time I didn't.
Well, you could say that, yeah. You could.
Yeah. Still won the championship though.
Yeah, he still won the
Yeah,
championship.
man.
But kind of to relate to the Cup Series, you really helped step the competition up in the Xfinity Series the same kind of way Sports JC Slade smoked it in the Cup Series. How, do you feel like as a driver in the Xfinity Series, you maybe saw a reflection of how people are getting better, trying to, be able to keep pace with you and beat you and everything like in that kind of nature?
So the first couple races, no offense to anybody else. I love all the other guys in this league.
Some offense.
But
Super shit.
but I felt like all the competition was up in the Cup Series, and it was just a bunch of guys just racing in Xfinity. So after a few races, I did feel the intensity pick up in the Xfinity Series. People actually wanting to start to compete. So that was a good feeling that helped kind of kickstart that a little bit. And it was just by Homestead, it was nothing but competition. So I really enjoyed seeing that. So.
Well, you and the other two championship contenders that fought for the title at Homestead really had an exciting battle, and it left me and Kevron baffled like you were when you got this award. We really were just completely in awe of what you guys were doing, battling for the title there and fighting in stage 1, and just how intense the battle was. So thank you for all the great moments you had this year, and congratulations on winning this award.
Yep, congrats.
Thank you, and thank you
Money.
Thank you to you guys for allowing me to come in here and compete with you guys. Means a
Will
lot.
we see money in the winner's circle and Cup next year?
Yeah,
I can honestly say you'll see that 42 in Victory Lane more than last year. I promise you that.
Wasn't in Victory Lane last year.
I think that was his point.
That was the blunt of the joke, but
I know you had a really good relationship with your team owner, but was that kind of throwing some shade at Bradley?
Oh
no, I have much love for Bradley, much love. We actually had this conversation, but he messaged me after it was announced that I was moving to the 42 Cup. He goes, I see you driving my old car. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be in Victory Lane for once, too.
Wow. Well,
some shame being thrown.
It would be
Bradley
funny
has had a rough time to the top, let me tell you. He has struggled.
Well, Bradley, we wish he was here to defend himself, but I think he's pig shopping somewhere.
Yeah, he's pig shopping.
Yeah, for
man.
Dickens 2.0.
Dickens 2.0.
Hashtag Dickens 2.0.
Type that in the
Hashtag
comments.
not sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored by pigs.
Yep, hashtag. Type hashtag.
Hashtag Baconator 500.
For 10% off any merch. We don't have
Hashtag,
merch.
hashtag Bradley buys bacon.
Bradley buys bacon. There it is. BBB. Well, Money, thanks for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And we look forward to seeing you in the offseason.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Keep on putting on a good show.
Keep on keeping on.
Yep. You too, buddy. Good job this year.
Thank you.
All right. Well, then next award for the most impactful moments was for the Cup Series, that's all we have left. And this year it was when we took our 2 weeks at Charlotte.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was up there, close maybe. No, I won one of the open races, and then I finished second at the Coca-Cola 600.
I thought you were talking about the Coke 600 because I was about to be like.
No, I finished second there. Oh yeah, we had a scuffle. We did.
Because you're an ass. You drove like an asshole.
Well, you were blocking me all over the track.
Well, I was faster.
Ladies.
No, you weren't. I was in front of you. You were in front of me. I caught you. Anyway, congratulations to Sports Kid on having the most impactful Cup Series moment of the year. He won the All-Star Open, the All-Star Race, and the Coca-Cola 600 in those 2 weeks at Charlotte. So congratulations on that, Sports. Do you have anything to say about that?
Well,
that was just really a turning point for me in the season. Up until that point, I had good cars and could run up front, but it seems like towards the end of the race, something would always happen that would knock me out of contention. So once I broke through with that win, it really boosted my confidence, and really changed my driving style for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
And
I think
just had a good setup for the All-Star Open and just put that same setup in for those 2 weeks and paid off greatly.
the
And I
Coca-Cola
think we
600 was actually one of our best races this year. I was surprised how it was because of the length of it. It was honestly some of the most fun racing in a mile and a half we had this year.
it was way
Yeah,
too long.
yeah, me and Ty had a really good battle going on there for most of the race.
We had a good
And
battle
I
at the
think,
All-Star Open Sports.
Yes, we did.
We wrecked
hey,
each
you
other
did
though.
you won one of the open races, right? So you didn't just
Yeah.
not win anything.
Well, Bradley won the first one because Sports and I wrecked each other.
Yeah, well, see, there you go. Maybe if you would have let Sports win, he wouldn't have won this moment right now. But hey, it's okay. Sports, I think we were talking last week or maybe a little bit before, but I believe in that race, did you not win in the Coke 600? Didn't you win both stages as well?
I won a stage.
Or maybe you won?
I did
you won
win
stage?
a couple stages, I believe. Yeah, I think I won 2 of the 3 stages that were there.
Yeah. Yep.
So it
Yeah,
was,
'cause it was the only one
yeah,
with
just
three, so
got
yeah,
out front and tried to keep it there.
Well, you did. You didn't have to try very hard because you knew Mike Man wasn't going to catch you.
Yeah, I wasn't really too
seconds
worried about
back.
Mike back there.
I passed our old
I
buddy
was-
Warmouth for a second.
I
late
was
in
in
the race.
last for most of the night, so I couldn't really attest to anything that was going on. So I think I finished last in the All-Star race and at Charlotte. So it's not my best weekend to say
Alright, so-
the least.
Yeah, our next award will be the best team owner. This was voted on by the admins and exclusively the admins, just like our most improved awards were. And this is not just a Cup Series team owner thing. This is a across the whole league team owner thing. And our best team owner of the year is Remix Bofa. So if we can get him in here, that would be lovely. But I don't know if he's online.
I don't think he's online, but I'll invite him
He
anyways.
is not. I've
he's
messaged him
not
a couple
online.
times. He is not online.
Give me just 1 second.
If we want, we can get a phone interview with Remix. I could call Remix up.
He's probably out working the corner.
Or he's probably high somewhere.
I'm back. I've returned.
Alright,
But,
Tex, should we give Remix a quick phone call to interview him if he's not going to get on PlayStation?
I don't have his telephone number. Do you
I
have his
do.
telephone number?
Yep.
All right, call him.
Let's
Call
go.
us up.
This
Did
is
he give you
impromptu.
the go ahead?
No, I'm just calling him.
All right, call him. Better put him on speaker. Hashtag not sponsored, but Mike got the new iPhone XR, so
Yep.
we're gonna see how that works. See how good it is.
Remix, hey buddy, how's it going?
Hang on, I'm driving and have to go.
We don't have time to hang on.
Yeah, we're live, buddy. We're
Tell him
live.
we're
Come
live.
on.
Tell him we're live.
He hung up.
Oh man.
Call him back and
Well,
say we're live.
I can't, he's driving. We gotta
So?
promote safety.
It's called speakers.
Yeah.
Golly.
Duh.
Alright, well, anyways, whatever Remix is boiling up over there at SHR really seemed to be working this year. Seemed
Yeah.
like every race that we were at, SHR was in the top 5 to 8 every race throughout the entire race. And
Yeah, and well, I guess we'll just wait for him to be free. And
we can move
interview him
on. We
then.
can move on and we'll
yeah,
interview him later.
yeah, and it really showed.
hang on. Yeah.
Really showed the leadership that Remix has over there to keep his guys consistent and keep a cool head on his team over there.
He had some pretty big moments towards the end of the year too.
Hey,
Winning at
yeah, it was
Indianapolis, which
Yep.
we all know the story behind that. That was a heated little race, but hey,
I
it
loved
happens,
it.
right?
it's great.
Yeah,
I
it was.
finished like 8th. Classic me.
Yeah, you finished. I finished second, and I was trying to keep him from getting in the playoffs. All he had to do was literally not win, and I finished second. So that just shows how my season went. But yeah, there's kind of like an in-league rivalry between the HMS camp and the SHR camp, but most of the time it's healthy. Sometimes it's not healthy.
Well, I have
But,
love
you
for
know,
all
I
you
think a lot
guys.
of that has to do with the competitiveness in both the camps as well. You know, both
Yes.
camps have very competitive drivers and very hungry drivers, and sometimes you just gotta butt heads.
Yeah. Well, I've had love for
butt
both of you
heads.
teams all year. I really don't care. So I try to please everyone, and I had to get in the middle of it a lot of times, and it got ugly at points. But it was all in
Never.
the
Me and
love of
Remix have an
competition.
argument that's ugly?
I
Never.
know. Never heard of that one before. I didn't used to have to listen to that every day.
You're smoking something.
I know, man. I wish.
Well, we will put Remix's interview on standby until he's done
Yeah,
driving.
we'll find out when whenever he gets available. So now our next award will be the most popular driver for the Xfinity Series. And the most popular driver for the Xfinity Series is a regular tonight. We've seen him a couple times before, and just bring him back one more time. It's NASCAR, man.
We
So
already
NASCAR.
did that. We already did those.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We did most improved, rookie of the year, regular season champion.
Fine. You're the host. I'll let you do. I'll just whatever you say. So we invited NASCAR man.
Mhm.
Let's see, and he's back again for a third time.
Yep, one more time, NASCAR, man. We didn't have enough of you.
I guess Mr. Charisma strikes again.
Captain Charisma. Yeah.
Captain
Okay.
Charisma.
Is it Captain Charisma or Mr. Charisma? You got.
It's both.
It can't be both. You can't.
I
be
think
both.
it's
Mr.
both.
Captain Charisma.
I
Okay.
started off as Mr. Charisma, so I think we should keep it at that. Mr. Charisma.
That's gonna be.
I'm gonna agree
That's
with
gonna
Mike
be.
Man on that one.
That's gonna be your hashtag on the side of your car next year for the playoffs.
Well, NASCAR, man, how do you feel about being the most popular driver in the Xfinity Series?
Feels pretty
Voted
good.
on by your peers.
Yeah. And me.
Yeah,
Your
feels pretty good. I mean, I've really had fun racing with everyone this year. It's been one hell of a season, and hoping that 2019 will be the same result, and had some pretty good battles, especially with Roman, especially at Richmond. Oh Lord, that battle was just intense.
Fun to watch, yeah. It's very, very fun to watch. And
Pretty
yeah.
fun to watch at Homestead as well from the spotter stand. I know I couldn't enjoy it maybe as much as the viewers, but it was kind of fun. Stressful at times, but fun.
Yeah.
So NASCAR, man, thank you for your time. We've had you on a few times tonight, so I hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
We
I
are
hope you
out
enjoy being a regular.
Yeah, we're out of questions for you.
Yeah,
We have
we've
to
run
invite
out.
you back in here again. You're just not going to leave. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
So thank you, NASCAR, man. And
You're
now
buddy.
Again.
we're gonna have our most popular Cup Series driver and sports another regular.
Jay.
Who is it?
Shocker here, guys. I bet you're gonna feel shocked. It's
I
JC
feel
Liv.
shocked. JC Liv. You're the most
Man.
popular driver for the Cup Series. Can't get enough of you
Shoot,
either,
I
I
knew.
guess.
I knew that since day one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, me too. But hey, we still have to have a vote to make it look official. Have a paper
Right.
trail, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so same as NASCAR man, voted on by your peers. How does that feel? To be most popular.
I mean, it definitely means I left a very good impact on the league.
I agree.
I think I've only had maybe one or two issues with anybody on the track or in the league in general. But I mean, otherwise, it's all about just having fun, making people laugh, enjoy the races.
Being a class clown, driving, outside the track in the desert.
Exactly.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Well, JC.
Sports.
Oh, and for the record, Mike, man, I don't know if you saw the message in the live chat, but it was not you that won with that issue. The issue was with Quentin, that I should have won at Kentucky, and it was Bradley who won.
Yeah, but I almost won
Fact
at
check.
I almost won at
Fact
Kansas. No, Kyle Larson Racing wrecked intentionally and started
Horseshoes
going
and hand
backwards.
grenades. What's your point?
I
You
don't
you
win.
almost won a lot of races, but
Yeah,
you still
I did.
finished behind me. How many races?
How many races were in the
36.
season?
36.
That's about right.
36. Plus, the Xfinity and Truck Series races. So
I
Well,
won
actually,
two. I won.
there was 2 Xfinity races. I don't think JC was there because if
he
he was there,
was.
he probably would have.
He was.
Oh,
He was
I
there
was,
for
I was
one
there
of
for one.
Oh, is that the one
It
where
was the
he
hardest-
It was a
recognized-
road course.
It was the hardest thing you had to watch.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely not that hard.
Okay.
Well, JC, you got the most
Congratulations, JC.
Yes, congratulations again.
I know for at least, I'm sure I can speak for the whole league when I say this, that having you in the lobbies for whether it was cup races or Xfinity or truck, you're all
Never
definitely the
wrong.
life of the party, and appreciated having you in there.
That's it. It's all about having fun.
Much agree, much agree.
Even if you weren't there, I could have still found a way to finish behind you. Thanks for the time, JC.
Yep. Have a good night, JC.
Yep, you too.
All right, so let's move on to our next award. We're starting to wind down with our final couple awards, but we still got the best left to go here. And so
Best of the
now
best.
we are going to do the Owners' Championship for the Xfinity Series, and he finally won something, guys. And we're not talking about me. The Owners' Champion for the Xfinity Series is Texas Tech 43. So congratulations, Texas.
Well, thank you, but I won the Truck Series race at Texas, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
I
relevant.
won that too.
Yeah.
It is very relevant. I was a winner, so if Mike's Xfinity Series wins count, then mine
Two
do
of them.
too.
Hashtag
Yeah,
no
no.
points.
Well, Mike didn't get any points either. So, so they're both irrelevant. No, I think, my team kind of struggled at the beginning. Well, for most of it, NASCAR Man really kind of pulled us together, kind of like I said earlier, and then Predator being there at the end pulled us together too, kind of helped NASCAR Man on his playoff run and everything. But I think we had a pretty good team. Our chemistry was pretty good. I think there's some people that disagree with that, but I think our team chemistry was pretty good. And hey, I just tried to be the best I could with those Xfinity guys.
Yeah.
Now, with the inconsistency that you had with drivers showing up at times, were you concerned about that at all going for the Owners' Championship?
I was for a little bit. But, there's some situations that, are out of my hands. I think Kyle Loven had some, it was like family or maybe work or something. I'm not really sure. I know his schedule changed. So there were a couple things that, I just couldn't, guess I couldn't control. For the most part of the year, I was a 3-car team with Kyle Loven, NASCAR Man, and C. Norfree. So C. Norfree and NASCAR Man obviously showed up quite a bit because he won the regular season champion. And Norfree was there quite a bit, and he improved some on the season too. So I don't think I was concerned maybe as much as probably should have been.
Yeah. Well, your Xfinity team was a really good, solid team this year. I had to race around you guys. My guys had to race around you guys. All of them left because you guys beat them so much. So, yeah. So we'll move on to the next award, and I don't really have to invite anybody to this party for this one. The Owners' Champion for the Cup Series is the Cup Series champion, Sports Kid 1025. So congratulations, Sports.
Yep.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So
Not
yeah.
gonna give an interview.
Hey,
Speech.
are we
Nothing?
gonna say something, Sports?
Yeah, I can give a speech.
Just gonna say thanks and walk away.
Yeah, I only have myself to credit there. Just kidding. Had a lot of help from the guys over at HMS, and some would say it's easier being a single car team to win a Owners' Championship because it's solely on you, but at the same time, it's also a little difficult because if you have a bad finish, then you can't. As a team owner, there's no other drivers that you can rely on to
Cushion.
the kind of cushion, you can't have two other good guys finish in the top 5 and one guy finish dead last. If you finish dead last, you just got to eat those points and hope
Very
for a
well.
better finish the next race.
Yeah, and you definitely. It was a late push, though. You actually won the Owners' Championship in the last race, so you won by 5 points, and so SHR, they led remixes guys over there. They led most of the season. What do you guess have to say about the competition at SHR and how they led most of the season? But
I mean, it
and he's
definitely
been on top.
proves why Remix won Best Owner. His guys were always up there at the top, and they're always some of the fastest guys at the races. So I knew that towards the end of the year that they were who I was competing with, not only for a championship but for the Owners Championship, and just trying to get around those guys was tough. And I look forward to next year to battle for try and get Hendrick a owner championship, and I'm sure we'll be battling with SHR again.
The rivalry continues.
Yep,
in
and
2019.
just Joe Gibbs gonna Joe Gibbs is trying to sneak in there and just kind of let you guys fight, but
Hashtag
kinda-
rivalry renewed.
hashtag JGR jumping y'all, folks.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Yeah,
Um,
I just talk it because I can't walk it. So now it's time for our Hall of Fame awards. Of course, we're just gonna keep it on JC because he's in there. He's JC. He's leaving. He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
JC's JC. So, he was somebody that, like we've said many times before, he's been in and out of the chat a lot tonight, and that just kind of shows the impact he's had. What a great job he's done in the league. And we really wanted to honor him with a new thing that we put in place.
Because of him.
Kind of specifically to honor him being in the military and doing what he does, serving for the country and everything, giving us all the freedom. So JC won, or not won, but he was voted the first Hall of Fame recipient, and Tide Pride 126, who was a guy that was here a while back, he got the second one. So
yeah, he drove the 3-car and the 21, so I'll try to get
he was in the
hover over
21
those
for
cars.
a long time.
3-car mostly, actually, I think.
I think so, maybe. I don't remember. Did you ever hear from Tide Pride about?
No, I didn't, but we can invite him, see if he joins. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Sure. I'm sure JC's going to join here in just a second.
You guys just can't get enough of me.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Surprise, surprise.
So, JC, how do you feel to be the first inductee in the Monster Energy NASCAR League, soon to be Checkered Flag NASCAR League Hall of Fame?
I mean, it's definitely a high honor. It really is. I mean, I'm not sure what I did to deserve that.
Everything.
Yeah, well, he did a lot. He had a big impact on this league. He really upped the competition level in the Cup and the Xfinity Series. You made me get better. You made everyone else around you get better. You always helped me out when I was trying to lighten the mood in practice and have everybody have a good time for the race. You just really made it a lot of fun to race with the guys in this league and Remix. And then it was just a lot of fun to race with you and to talk to you during the race and crack jokes whenever. And you're one of my genuinely one of my favorite people that has raced in the league. So thank you for racing with us.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for everything, and thank you for your service, and we salute you, JC.
Yes.
Appreciate it, guys.
JC, this might be the last time some people might hear you, depending on how your schedule might go. So do you have anything to say before you get off for the night?
That's it. It's all about just having fun. Can't take I mean, I know that some races, you're trying to get serious and everything else, but at the end of the day, it's all about just having fun.
Absolutely. And that's why I think you've made a huge impact is, we're all here to win. We're all competitive. That's why we're in a league. But, we're here to have fun, and that's really the basis behind it.
Exactly.
So I think that was a big driving factor for that. So, but this is confirmed. This is the last time that you're going to be handed an award or given an award. So, congratulations on everything you've done, not only this year, but last year in the league as a whole. And hope you have a wonderful off-season, Christmas time, and everything like that.
You too, and I wish you guys best of luck next season.
Thanks. You, JC.
We're going to go win a lot.
We'll miss you.
All right, later, guys.
See ya.
All right, so our final awards tonight will be the champions. So we will start off with our truck champion. He won at Homestead. Everybody knows who it is. It's S'mores. He is our Truck Series champion for this year. So we'll try to get him in here again.
He didn't get beat a lot in the trucks, and he definitely didn't get beat in the finale either. So, was the Truck Series the only series that the champion won the race?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Look at that. You're extra special, Mars. You won the championship and the race. The
Yep.
last race.
I know not, and none of your opponents even were too scared
Showed
to
up.
come and battle you. Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you feel
was
about?
probably gonna be the only one that could show up, but he had communication issues in the Discord chat, so he couldn't show up.
So,
So,
S'mores, how do you feel about being the truck champion this year? Are you honored to be the truck champion? Looking to maybe add another cup championship onto that next year? Because you raced pretty much half and half this year. First half truck until the truck series. We stopped doing that due to a lack of attendance, which we'll be bringing it back next year. So if you got friends, let them know our website and tell them to apply, and then get a tryout set up, and they can join the league.
Checkered Flag.
Yep, Checkered Flag NASCAR League. Yep. That's the link.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys probably have it. So S'mores, yeah, pretty
little
much.
bit.
I was asking a question. I kind of said it. I kind of didn't. So do you have anything to say about the truck series this year and how you felt about it?
Well, honestly, I mean, me winning the championship is kind of not a surprise because I was probably the most dominant driver in the Truck Series all season.
There it is.
I believe I won a total of 8 races all year, including the season finale at Homestead.
Right.
So, and I definitely deserve the championship as well, for the Truck Series as well. So, I mean, some people may be surprised. I'm not really, because just how dominant I was all year, including one of the awards I got earlier of winning 5 races in a row, which some kind of we mixed it. I think I heard about it. We mixed it last year in Cup, so I guess
You did.
it's not.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what the playoffs are for. Just turn it on up a notch at the end of the season. But for me, like you said, Mike, I started off half the year in trucks, and then when shut down due to attendance issues, I went straight to Cup. And I didn't get my foot in the door like truck series, like I just flat out won every single race. There was times that I was able to compete for the win, but there's times, and even the Cup series when I apparently I'll show up on the short tracks, like on the tracks like no banking, like Phoenix, like the playoff race at Phoenix, for example. I won that race. The sports kid hounding my bumper right there at the end. And also Darlington, I passed O'Connell going into turn 1 and didn't have a dominant car that night. And along with New Hampshire, which was one of the nominations earlier for one of the awards earlier, but I think it's the most impactful moment in the Cup
You really
Series.
dominated that race.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I led all but like 20 laps of that race. So
Which is
that was that was I guess like the first big moment that I had in the Cup Series. And then after Loudon and Darlington, I just fell off the radar a little bit. But I turned it back up a notch after at Martinsville, so to get back to where I was at. So hopefully I can keep that little momentum string that I had going to end the season going into 2019. They have some new colors, a new wide for next season, going to be in the 20 car, which I'm very excited about. I mean, the 18's nice and all, but I feel like the 20 car is just more like has more paint scheme wise that it's very fun. So, but again, if it wasn't for Mike Man, honestly, for allowing me to be in the league, be on his team, I probably wouldn't have been in this league to begin with. So I just like to thank Mike for allowing me to have the opportunity to race in y'all's league and get to show y'all what I can be truly made of.
Well, that's the first compliment I've gotten tonight, so thank you, S'mores.
Thank you, Morris. Yeah, you finished the year strong. So looking forward to having you as a competitor in the Cup season next year. I think you're going to add a lot of battles to the league. So look forward to it.
Congratulations on a very dominant truck season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so now we will go talk to our Xfinity champion. It will be Money. So we should get him in here.
Yes. He had a when he was here, he was dominant. So
He was.
very dominant.
Money.
Here's money.
The Xfinity Series champion. Congratulations on your championship. How do you feel about maybe not only showing up once or twice before the playoffs and then exploding onto the scene at Indianapolis in the final race before the postseason, or the second to last race, excuse me, and really showing up and impressing the whole field and beating them all?
Mike had an EDM concert over there.
I did.
I'm sorry. You wanna repeat that for me, please? I'm sorry.
Gladly. Who's having an EDM concert? Texas?
Somebody is, I don't know.
Not me. Maybe me. I don't know. But I think Money Money was opening his door. But Money, you really only showed up once or twice before the playoff, but you really jumped onto the scene and with 2 races to go at Indy. How do you feel about that? Coming out of nowhere and dominating the playoffs.
I just think it shows that with me moving to Cup next year, that I'll be able to compete and not be a so-called one-hit wonder, as some of the rumors are going around that move up the Cup and won't do anything. But I think me exploding after Indianapolis will hopefully prove those rumors wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Prove your presence on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I personally do not think you're going to be one-hit wonder. I think you're going to, just like Morris, you're going to add a whole bunch of competition.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can shoot out of a cannon at Daytona, get started strong.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely excited. Love to have the competition, help the competition in the Cup Series get better, because that's what it's all about, having the best of the best.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
really.
absolutely.
Yep. I know. I look forward to banging doors with you out there on the track next year.
Banging doors. Yep.
I mean,
Robin's racing.
if you're in my way, I'm moving you. So
And
Wow.
I'll do the same
this
to
is
you,
how
buddy.
it's gonna be. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, we really appreciate you upping the level of competition in the Xfinity Series and showing us a real champion down there. So
Yes.
No.
thank you for
No problem.
competing and joining our league, and congratulations on your title, Money.
Yes.
Thank you. Like I said,
Congratulations, buddy.
thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Hopefully, I can really prove what I'm made of. I bring home that Cup championship next season. You know, add it to the trophy case.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
There you
All right.
go.
Well,
I mean-
before. Thank you,
All right,
Money.
guys. You guys have a good night. Yeah, you guys have a good night.
Thanks, buddy. You too.
All right,
Thanks for watching all night.
Yep.
Before we present the Cup champion, we're gonna try remix again,
Yes,
just for the heck of it.
Yep.
You better not be
Well, just for
driving.
the fun of it, throw for old time's sake, throw Danica's car up there.
Oh yeah, let's do
Yes.
it. Dan,
7. Go to Danica. You know, just because at heart, that's who he wanted to drive. We all know it.
yeah, he loves her.
Maybe JC will, pay homage to Remix and drive the 7 for Premium Motorsports.
Maybe
So
it's a good idea.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he can go actually do something in the Danica
Well,
machine.
remix is probably smoking
Daddy.
weed somewhere.
Did he not accept your phone call? Oh,
Oh,
Folks,
what a
no,
lame
we're not gonna let that number out. So sorry,
yeah.
remix.
Don't let that- yeah.
You
Do
got
not
the
let put
you got the first 2 numbers of it. But so
Yeah.
now since
Good luck with
remix
the
isn't
other
there,
8.
since remix isn't there, we're going to present the award for the Cup Championship this year. And sports was here from the start. Really had a very consistent start to the season. How many races you win, sports?
Only won 2 races.
Oh wow, it's less than I thought.
2 races. I like that pink
Yeah.
custom car though. Anyways,
Want to look at that again?
no.
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 God, no.
Look at that! Wow, that's
Oh,
sweet.
Jesus.
Yes. You like you said, you kind of struggled a little bit in the year, or at the middle of the year, but you had a good start. You were consistently up there. You just didn't have a lot of luck per se winning. Kind of got caught up in everybody's mess with me and Mike and Bradley and a lot of other people. So, what do you have to say about, I guess, your winning ways this season?
I feel like when I first came in and struggled a little bit, being a rookie and being fresh blood, I feel like I didn't get as much respect as what I deserved early on, and then everything that happened at Charlotte kind of proved that I can run up top or run up front with the fastest guys in the league, and it was just I don't know, man. It was a crazy year, a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Came close to winning a few races, and like you said, just some bad luck things had happened, but we got turning around and got it to be consistent for the last half of the year there, and
Hey, sports, guess what? We're
had
getting
a lot of momentum going into the playoffs there, and it really showed.
Well, who do you have to thank for that, for your season, and who helped you to get that championship?
I got to thank everyone over at HMS. They were a big part of my success this year. Knowing that I wasn't really alone out there on the track was a nice feeling, especially coming to plate tracks. And just everyone else in the league, I got to thank everyone for making it a good season. This wouldn't be possible without everyone else out there on the track. So
I mean, it's got to
appreciate
say,
it, guys.
got to say a lot that you have iRacing and you're still willing to race with the kids down here.
I'm just a beginner on iRacing still,
Yeah,
so that's
with us broke people.
No, it's fun. There's nothing else like running in this league. It's always a lot of fun week in and week out, and wouldn't trade it in for anything else. You guys are all awesome.
Hey, thank Mike Man too. I was here.
Yeah, and
Yeah, Mike Man, thank you.
You're welcome. I let you win. I let you win those two races.
All the stuff we do on the track together and all the stuff off the track too is just really made it a great season, and couldn't be happier about it, and look forward to going next year and trying to make it back to back, and feel like I got a chip on my shoulder and got to prove myself all over again next year, and prove to all the newcomers why I'm the champ.
Well, we were planning on having sports be the main event of this, but about 2 minutes ago I got a call from Remix. So let's close out the show.
Remix is going to steal my thunder, huh?
Classic Remix faction.
Not even well, yeah. Hey, it's Remix always shows up at the end, so.
Yep. Oh, who is this?
Club.
I thought Remix.
I'm on it.
You're Spanish. I hung up, but that's not Remix. So thank you again for everybody showing up tonight. Congratulations to everybody that won the awards. We appreciate you guys all watching this and commenting and enjoying the stream.
And all
so
the
thank
members
you.
as well. All the drivers. If there's anybody that is not a driver, they're just hanging out. Thanks for you guys, the views on YouTube and everything. It's the last time that we will be known as the Monster Energy NASCAR League, because we are changing names yet again. So it's just been a great season all around.
Yep.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Couldn't do any of this without you guys out there, so appreciate the support and the love and the hate. We love the
hate. I love the hate. I get it all the time. That's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, thanks everybody for showing up tonight for Sports in Texas. I'm Mike. So long, and I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast.